Welcome back to Pining Away, Part 2, Chapter 3. Remember in Chapter 2 we left off where Gideon was trying to talk Mabel into going out on a play date with him, or a real date with him? And she reluctantly said yes? Well, let's find out what happens. Chapter 3. Later on at the Mystery Shack, Mabel and Dipper were playing video games. It's not a date, Mabel explained to Dipper. It's just, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, and so I figured I'd throw him a bone. Mabel, guys don't work that way, her brother told her. He's going to fall in love with you. Mabel laughed. Yeah, right. I'm not that lovable. Okay, we agree on something here, Dipper said. The doorbell rang, and Mabel went to get it. When she opened the door, a horse stepped into the shack. Mabel screamed and jumped back. Gideon was riding a horse and wearing a powder blue 10-gallon hat to match his suit. A night of enchantment awaits, my lady, he said, holding out his hand for her. Oh, boy, Mabel said under her breath. Something told her this was going to be way more than a little old date. Gideon took her to the fanciest restaurant in Gravity Falls. They sat in a big blue private booth. I can't believe they let us bring a horse in here, Mabel remarked, watching the horse drink out of the restaurant's decorative fountain. Well, people have a hard time saying no to me, Gideon explained. He leaned back and propped his feet on the table. A waiter with a long mustache approached. Mr. Gideon, the feet on the table? An excellent choice, he said in a French accent. Gideon frowned. Jean-Luc, what did we discuss about eye contact? The waiter backed away, looking into space. Yes, very good. Mabel stared at the place setting in front of her. I've never seen so many forks. She lifted her drinking glass and water with bubbles in it. Ooh la la, oui, oui. Gideon cleared his throat. Parlez-vous français? I have no idea what you're saying, Mabel said blankly. Back at the Mystery Shack, Stan was comfortably reading a newspaper in his underwear until a picture on page 6 stopped him cold. He marched up to the cash register where Seuss, Dipper, and Wendy were hanging out. Hey, what the Jekyll is Mabel doing in the paper next to that greasy pickpocket Gideon? He barked, pointing to the article. It showed Mabel and Gideon walking down the street with the headline, Lil Gideon's Lil Girlfriend. Oh yeah, it's like a big deal, Wendy said, scrolling through news updates on her phone. Everybody's talking about Gideon and Mabel's big date tonight. Stan's face turned red. What? That little shyster is dating my great niece? I wonder what the new name will be for the power couple, Seuss said. Mabel Lydian? Giddy Abel? Then he gasped. May Bell Ian. I didn't know Dipper told Stan. I didn't hear about it. And plus, I told her not to. Stan rushed off and quickly changed into his suit. Yeah, well, it ends tonight, Stan said firmly, stomping toward the front door. I'm going right down to that little skunk's house. This is going to stop right now. The end of Chapter 3. Stay tuned for Chapter 4 to find out what Uncle Grunkle does, or Grunkle Stan, in Pining Away, Part 2, Chapter 4.